sympathizer, by the way. So,
right.
But he's got.
I mean, there's pictures of him in his Nazi uniform.
I know, but he's got everybody running around calling all of us, conservative constitutionalist fucking Nazis. Awesome. But that man, fortunately for us, they don't care about him over here yet. But they only care about they care about people like you might have Antifa at your house because he owns them.
Well. Anyway, that's
sorry.
a whole other problem.
I know, my bad, homie.
He needs to be strung by his fucking toes and hung out in fucking Times Square and been beaten with a fucking broomstick.
Well, that's all about the 1% controlling the majority. That's how they do it. They manipulate you. They twist your head. They make you think that this stuff is wrong. They toy with you. And they put all this information out, and they create these groups like Antifa and stuff like that. They create dissension in the ranks. And then we have to sit here and deal with it. And I know I'm a conspiracy theorist, so whoever doesn't agree with me, my apologies, but that's the way I think.
But most of that's been proven.
Yeah, but they won't look it up. They watch liberal TV, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking to smart people over here, so
that's true.
We're not trying to teach the liberals a damn thing because that's impossible.
No.
Well, you know what, though? We probably should tell them what fools they actually are and try to get them on board with us because that's the only way stupid's going to stop being stupid.
You can't fix stupid.
Well, and see, that's the funny thing is I tried that for so long. Well, okay, I do it a little differently than some other conservatives that are outspoken.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people to stop doing this all the time. They like to go to pages like Occupy Democrats and all these Antifa pages and stuff. And they want to start an argument. And then they want to come back and post how funny it is. And these guys are all mentally ill and blah, blah, blah. And then they get shut down and put in Facebook jail. And they cannot figure out why. Look, I very rarely actually get banned. I think I've been banned like a total of 4 times on 2 pages in 5 years. Okay.
Right.
I don't go to those pages. I don't go to the sheep and try to teach them nothing. I post my stuff to public, and if they want to read it, they can read it. I've had numerous ones message me privately, and we have had weeks' worth of conversations where they've changed their mind a little bit on certain things. They're like, well, we don't understand that that's exactly what you guys feel because that's not how it's told to us.
Correct.
When you approach people in an aggressive way and you're purposely poking and trying to start a fight, you're not teaching anybody shit.
Right.
Except that they're right about you because you're doing exactly what they accuse you of.
Stop but they're doing the same shit.
Exactly.
Which means both parties are wrong. Which is why I don't believe in any kind of form of a party at all. I don't.
Right, and I use the word conservative, but I'm always saying I don't like labels. I don't fall under a label.
Right.
I'm an American. That's it. I just simply care.
I just say constitutionalist because that's what I believe in. That's a document that to me that still holds true today, and I can't get whether or not why the document still holds true today. Either it's we haven't evolved properly, or that document really is timeless. I haven't decided.
I agree with you there. I like to think myself as a constitutionalist too, because I mean, even with religion, yes, we do have freedom of religion, but if there's one piece of paper, if there's one thing that is fact out there that we all can relate on and agree on, it's the Constitution.
Yep.
So.
Right, and what gets me is when it gets twisted on both sides. When people will say anything they want, no matter how horrible or ugly it is, on both sides, mind you. And and if you come at them with, why would you say that? That's really a disgusting thing to say or whatever. They come back with, well, it's my freedom of speech. You know what? Just because you have freedom of speech doesn't mean you have freedom of consequence. Okay?
Yes.
You might be able to say whatever the hell you want, which is not actually how that even goes. But, okay, we'll go there. You don't have the right to avoid consequences.
I can say I want somebody dead. I'm sorry.
Right. It depends on how you say it. And I try to tell people that. Like, you're not supposed to, back in the day, it was like, you can't walk up to the president and say, you're a dick, that's slander. But you can say, I feel that you're a dick. It depends on how you say it, but people don't get that.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't clear you of consequences of what you say. Just because you have a right to say them doesn't mean I don't have a right to defend myself against it.
Oh, absolutely.
And they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. I said it, so I should be in the clear. No, that's not how it works. Maybe you shouldn't say things the way you say it, and you wouldn't have your ass in 30-day lockup all the time.
It's the way you talk to somebody. It's communication, guys. And I keep saying this. It's the way we present. It goes back to what we were originally discussing with my neighbor's passive aggressive bullshit. Be a human being. Come up, approach me, man. I'm not a dick. You need the space? Fuck, I understand. I'll go out front and smoke. I would have left. But because she acted like that, I was like, fuck you too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit right here. You know, and it might be childish.
Exactly.
But in my mind, I was like, no, you're going to learn a lesson.
Yep.
You know? She probably didn't learn it. But I was like, no, you're going to you're going to learn a lesson. It's all in how you talk to me.
That's right.
You know, talk to me like I'm a piece of shit. I have no problems treating you like one. I don't.
And I can pretty much talk to anybody. I might crack jokes about liberals and Antifa or whatever. But if you want to actually come to me and have a discussion and discuss what we disagree on, we can do that politely all day long. You start chucking names at me or start saying insultive shit, I will rip you apart and make you feel about a half-inch tall in a matter of 3 sentences.
You'll cry when we're done.
To me.
Right.
Exactly. I can be the meanest, saltiest bitch on the planet, but I will afford you respect until you hit that point of stupidity.
Right. And I've done I do that myself. I do that shit myself. And you want to have a conversation? Cool, let's have a conversation. But it always winds up with a name calling because I show them proof after proof after proof. They want to deny it. I keep plugging in proof, and then they call me names. Okay, I got your name calling.
And that's with anybody, though. If you walk up to somebody that you don't never know, like this fat fuck that did the fucking chair in Walmart, okay, you're a dick. You know, you walk up to somebody and you just act like a teetotal asshole to them when your first time meeting, then guess what you're going to get? You're going to get asshole back. You know, if you get, hey, man, how you doing? How's it going, brother? Whatnot. You know, you should be able to get that same thing back. But even there's still even people out there that doing that, walking up to them saying, hey, how you doing? There's a lady that works at the convenience store down the street from me. She's from Chicago. She goes, I tell you what, I don't know what it is that y'all put in the fucking water down here, but y'all are a hell of a lot nicer down here than you are up fucking north. And I was like, really? I was like,
the South is
raised right. Y'all are just a lot more polite. You know, even the kids that are coming here, it's yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir. You know, I don't have to be a bitch all the time. She goes, I don't know how to act. And I'm like, well, welcome to true Southern hospitality. She goes, I'm never leaving this fucking place. I absolutely love it here. She goes, I'm trying to get my family to move down here, but they're telling me, hell no, fuck the South. And I'm telling them, well, go fuck yourself.
You know what's crazy, though, is that I'm in Texas. I'm in the South. And I'm supposed to be in an area that's pretty conservative. You know what I mean? And most of these people were supposed to have been raised right, but you get this influx of other folks, and you talk to a real Texan, they'd have never yelled at me over the fence. They'd have come to my door. Hey, girl, I got this going on. Do you mind? No, not at all, sir. Have a nice day. You too, ma'am. That would have been the conversation, you know? Right. But we got this influx of people. And big cities are hard. People forget how big this city really is. It's huge. There's 2 million people in San Antonio. It's a big little town.
It is. I mean, I actually miss it to a point. I mean, you know, there's certain places like the Texas Vape Shop right there beside Post. You know, there's a couple of little restaurants right there that I miss being around. You know, San Antonio's a nice, cool little place, but yes, it is. It is packed. And traffic fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, I lived in Maryland, so this traffic ain't got shit on Maryland. I'm just saying. Fucking 295 in Maryland, I almost choked myself. It was horrible. But yeah, traffic does suck, and it is packed out here. But the only real way that we cohabitate is if we're friendly and nice to each other, and that's the way this town used to be. That's exactly the way this town used to be. I'm actually thinking about moving to New Braunfels.
Really?
Yeah, buying a house up in New Braunfels because there's still Texans up there. They still act like Texans.
Right. Well,
and that's the beauty. That's why I love Texas so much, is because of the culture.
Right.
You know?
I'm actually just got a hello from my squad leader from Fort Sam. He's actually in fucking Kuwait right now. Saying he misses.
Tell him we say
he's
hi.
already homesick. I told
That's
him.
awesome.
I'm trying to get him linked up with the show now, so that way he can hear something American. He's like, I haven't been here a month, and I fucking miss home already.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, I think when you pin us down, Americans are nice. We're nice people. The problem lies in the fact that we've become a very me society, and we haven't learned how. We forgot how to respect each other's rights and privileges along with our own.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's
exactly why I do it the way I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay to your own page. You want to have your opinion, spew it all you want on your social media, on your phone calls, on your text, at your house, whatever. But I don't need to be going poking no bears, putting it in everybody else's face. If they want to find me, everybody knows how to do so.
Right.
Then we can talk. You know, I mean, why can't people just, God, it's so stupid.
They can't talk. They got to rant at each other. You got blah, blah, and you blah, blah. It's that finger pointing shit.
San Antonio.
And God forbid if you believe slightly different than another conservative, because they're going to come at you sideways too.
Oh, yeah. I get, I don't know what it is. I get this one guy that keeps inviting me to this Love Jesus page. And I'm not insulted by it. I'm not a Christian. Therefore, I don't think I should be involved in those conversations. Because it's not my religion, you know? So
right, but that's actually you having respect for people of that religion, in my opinion. By you saying, I don't really think I should be in that group and having that discussion, it's more of a respect from you towards them and their group than a negative thing. He needs to stop putting you in there.
Well, and I think he finally did, but it's kind of like, and I don't mind if people want to proselytize. But if you come at me and you want to proselytize, expect it back. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, let's have a discussion about all of it.
Right. Let's talk about the whole 9 yards, dude. But, I mean, seriously, I don't think he had any ill will. I don't think he realizes that I'm a pagan because I don't put it out all over the place. Or maybe he thinks he's trying to save my soul. He likes me and he wants to save me. That, you know, that's in the religion too. So I got it. But I decline because I really honestly, sorry about that. I decline because I really honestly don't think it's my place. Any more than it's somebody else's place to talk about my faith when they're not involved in it and they really have no clue.
Right. And see, that's another thing that gets me is anybody of any religion who hasn't studied multiple religions thinking they have a right to have an opinion. You can't, as anybody, have an opinion on being, whether it's pagan or Christian or Buddhist or whatever, unless you've at least taken the time to study it in depth. You don't have to agree with it, but you do have to understand what the hell you're talking about.
Right, and I, you know, the funny part is, being a reverend, I have, because I'm supposed to be able to speak to anybody. But still, it's not my place to tell another Christian how to act because, you know what I mean? Even though I did it today, because I hate that shit, or yesterday. But it's really not, when it comes to discussing theology, even though I understand the Bible and I've read it, and I've talked to a lot of people, I don't think it's my place to speak theology to a group of people. Now, if you want me to pray with you and you want to use Jesus Christ, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll sit down and I'll say, hey, you know, I'll say the Lord's Prayer. I know it, but I learned it. and they know nothing about me.